Marcus Erickson, the championship leader, just misses advancing. What was the difference for you?
I'm not sure. I think the car didn't feel as good today as yesterday on the Reds. But still, I think the pace was okay. We were out a bit in the queue, so there was some cars ahead of me that was throwing up dirt on the track, and that didn't help. You know, it made it a bit slippery in some corners because of that. So, you know, it's so tight. So small things like that can make a difference. So, yeah, overall, it's very disappointing.
Thanks, Marcus. Over to Dylan Welsh.
And Will Power has climbed off the timing stand. So what was the conversation with Elio? What was his biggest displeasure there?
He was just feeling sorry that happened. So totally on us. I talked before the session and said, you know, I've got to know if someone's on the lap when I'm on my out lap. We can't get one of these penalties, and we got one of the penalties. So that's just giving away a chance to definitely a top 6, I feel like, and maybe a pole.
I know, and you said before the session, obviously, how important it was to get this car qualified, but it seems like the car maybe has speed. Do you feel like it has enough speed, or do you have enough time to make it forward tomorrow?
As you know, in the series, anything can happen, but you're not going to get lucky that many. You can't start that far back that many times, and it always... Like, you're not going to win, put it that way. You know, on weekends when you've got a car that can win, we cannot be doing this. So, you know, it's on us. We just weren't on top of that one and got a penalty. That's the rules.
Thank you, Will. Long way to go for them tomorrow, starting from row 11 for Will.
You got.
So here's the other side. Here's Elio Castroneves. So what was the discussion between you and Will there?
No, you know, obviously it's a tough situation. I was already on my green flag. I know every lap is going to go faster. And I saw Will. I thought he saw me, obviously, and he started waving right in front of me. But I still thinking, okay, he's just warming his tire. He's going to take it easy, so I'm going to pass. And as soon as he just really, literally chopped me off. I was like, whoa! And unfortunately, because the design of the track, everyone is like slowing down, right? And I understand that. So I was like, you didn't have to do that, because that's what I was trying to say. You didn't have to do that because you have a car fast enough to be in the top 6 by nothing. But I was trying to stay quiet, but in the end of the day, rules are the rules, right? You got to look in the mirror.
So for you tomorrow now, how does that change your approach, what you guys have to do coming from, what is it, 15th for you tomorrow? Yeah,
well, obviously not the position that we want to start. Again, that's what we had. We didn't have fast enough in that. We're just going to continue the process, going to continue tweaking. We made a change from the morning to the afternoon, and it really bit us. It was really, really loose compared to what I was expecting, especially when you put the Reds on. So now, just got to keep it going. It's Mid-Ohio. Anything can happen, so we just got to push us to the limit.
Thank you, Elio.
Two-time winner here at Mid-Ohio.
Engineer Eric Likely, Tim Cindric, the Team Penske president there. I know you're kind of searching for answers as to what happened. Any more clarification on what you're missing?
No, not searching for answers, Kevin. It's just traffic. That's all it was there. So, yeah, not searching for anything. But
so the car was okay. You just get a chance to show what you had.
Yeah, car's fine. Just traffic, dude. So it's a shame. PPG car was good. Team Chevy just it's just IndyCar qualifying. Like, sometimes it's totally fine. You don't have any issues, and then sometimes... Yeah, it's a tight track. Look, we're going out first, and I catch the slow pokes all the time. So it's been all day, happening in a day. You know, it's a real tough situation to be in at times, because on the second lap, I'm catching, I think it was, I don't know who it was Calderon or whoever, and Johnson. And then I got Palou behind me, so I can't block him, but you got to keep the cadence up to keep temperature. So you're just in a bad spot. And then we had to abort the second lap, and then I'm too close behind those guys on that third lap. So, yeah, just it's frustrating. You know, I know they're trying hard. I know, but you know, yeah, just needed to be behind some faster cars.
And I sense you're kind of searching. Was there anything we can do to find a gap? And you're probably coming up with, no, there's not much we can do.
Not in the moment. Not in the moment. We're where we were at that point. You know, you got to go. So.
Okay, thanks, Josef.
That is one frustrated driver right there.
And he is the best of the 3 Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan cars. He'll start 16th tomorrow. That's Christian Lundgaard. So you told me a little bit ago you thought you could get close to this round. Missed it by a few, but how did you feel about your run there?
I think before qualifying, I think we were in a better place than now. I think as the track heat increased, I think we lost a bit there. Like I told you before, I think in the conditions this morning we were better. and I was more confident, and you know, just those small bits, because if you look at the lap time and the gap even now again in P2 we were 4/10 off, and my lap wasn't really that great, so you know, at this point you're quite happy and you think you can do it, and then again we go into qualifying, we're a second off. It's just a bit confusing because I don't know where that time is, you know, because the balance of the car isn't really that bad. So there's for sure more to gain.
Well, and I know that this track changes a lot just based on temperature, heat of the day, that sort of thing. Have you come across a place like this before in your kind of relatively new experience to IndyCar racing? Is there a place that's more severe changing than this?
Probably not a racetrack, but I know a few go-kart tracks that go that way. No, I mean, everyone keeps saying that Indy, the road course is quite moody. I think this place is for sure worse than that. You know, we got another go tomorrow, and then we'll see how the race goes.
Thank you, Christian. Kevin, he's got a little bit of work to do tomorrow, and coming from outside of row number 11. So, Connor, what are the conditions like out there between the heat and the traffic and everything else you guys are dealing with in this session?
That's tough for sure. I mean, I saw plenty of plumes of dust for sure in our session, and I saw the tank car go off in front of us, which kind of was a bit of a shame because we lost a little bit of time on that lap. I mean, obviously not maliciously, but it was just a shame to see that happen because, you know, 300th moves us up 3 rows or something crazy like that. So I think we over-adjusted a little bit after what we saw Renus, go through. But, you know, it is what it is. We have to try to be perfect here. We have to try to take advantage of every lap. And I think we just might have been a little bit too aggressive with it. But, we've raced well. So I think we can move forward.
Thank you, Connor.
Very impressive, including Callum Ilott. And I know when we talked before qualifying, you'd have probably said, I'll take 10th. But then when you're up there in the Fast Six, are you kind of saying, oh, maybe there was a little more available? We could have advanced.
Yeah, I mean, advancing would have been a bit tough, but we definitely had a little bit more in there. I kind of put half of the first lap together and the second half of the second lap, but didn't really put it all together. But yeah, it wasn't a bad time. I think we did a good job, made improvements all the way through this weekend, so I'm happy.
And you talk about improvements throughout the weekend. Is that the biggest key with you and the team? We need to remember, you're new to most of these tracks. The team is in their first full season together.
Yeah, but you have to perform. No one cares. No one gives excuses. We've got the speed. We can do a good job. So, yeah, obviously, 10th is a good result for the size of us and what we have as resources. But, there's always more, and, I'm never satisfied in a certain way. I should be a bit happier sometimes, but,
You can't be, and the only one-car team continues to impress Hunkos Hollinger and Callum Ilott. Dylan.
So here's the other rookie who will start 9th tomorrow. That's Kyle Kirkwood. Talked to you earlier. Not so happy with your car after this last practice, happy with it after the first practice. So do you find a middle ground that is going to start you in the top 10 tomorrow?
Yeah, that's exactly what I talked to you about. It's like one session, we have one balance, and then you go to the other one, it's on the other spectrum. And we kind of just found a happy medium there in qualifying and back to form that we think that we should be in. And, we're so close to transferring there, but it's just a 10th and a half. That's all you need, and you get about 1 lap to do it. We even tuned on the car there in the qualifying and got a lot better. So I'm super happy with what the number 14 AJ Foyt crew's been doing because, we took the car from P11, then P19, and now into the top 12 and almost transferring into the Fast 6. So that would have been really cool. That's the best qualifying of the year, so I couldn't be happier with this performance so far.
Yeah, as close and as tight as this field is, how encouraged are you, just kind of big picture with the team and the progress that you guys have made this weekend, just as far as getting your car more in the window?
Yeah, our strong suit's been street courses all year, and this is a road course, and it's somewhere that we've struggled. We went and tested at IMS. We feel like we found some stuff, and maybe that's translated to some lap time, and hopefully we can carry that speed through the road courses. So it gives me confidence going into the later races like Portland or Laguna.
All right, that's Kyle Kirkwood, going to start 9th tomorrow and roll from there in the AJ Foyt Racing 14 car.
Let's hear from Alex Palou. Narrowly missed out making it through, Kev.
About 1,000th of a second. How do you reconcile that? I normally say, what could you do? I don't know that we can really get that deep into things.
Yeah, IndyCar, man. Just a shame that it's so close to like P3, right? Less than a 10th to that. So a shame because we had the car to be up there, but it's okay. It's close. It was a good show for everybody, I think. And the number 10 NTT Data Honda car is fast for tomorrow, so we'll try and make the most of it.
And you're focused on yourself, but a lot of people had some bad luck in qualifying. This is a really mixed up grid. Maybe a chance to really make up some points tomorrow?
Yeah, hopefully. We only have 6 cars up front, so we'll try and make it up for in the 80 laps race we have tomorrow. But yeah, you know, IndyCar is like that. It's close, and if you don't put everything together, you can be out. So it was not a perfect day for us, but not a bad day either.
How has the race car been so far? Do you feel like even from 7th, you've got a good chance to win this race?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think last year we actually started 7th as well. We finished on the podium, so I think the car is even better than last year. We just didn't put everything together now, but yeah, tomorrow it's going to be a good weapon.
Still smiling, Alex Palou, one to watch tomorrow, Dylan.
And right next to him tomorrow will be David Malucas, who is a little bit disappointed considering the speed that you've shown all weekend. So take me through your run and the frustration, the level of frustration just to come up across Pato there at the very end of your fast lap.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. I mean, I'm not too sure. You know, even and he made it through without getting an impediment there. I'm not too sure how that really works. I mean, if I lifted, I would have impeded Kyle. So it was a bit unfortunate. I mean, we had the pace and the car was so good, and yeah, it hurts. You know, it really hurts. You know, we definitely should have been there. But I mean, overall, the fact that we're angry about a P8, it's. I mean, we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, silver linings, right? And all things considered, you're right. Starting 8th, you think it's winnable from there?
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's what makes IndyCar so special. You can start anywhere on the grid and have a chance to win it. So, I mean, as long as we do a good strategy and have some clean pits with these tight pit boxes here, I mean, yeah, I think there's always still a chance.
All right, he's been really strong so far this weekend. Wanted a little more on qualifying, but I'm excited to watch David Malucas tomorrow. He'll roll from 8th. McLaughlin, and man, I know you wanted the pole, you were close, but this is better than it's been for you starting wise, best starting position since Texas. So that gives you a shot tomorrow, doesn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. You know, obviously I'm really pumped with that. It's been a little bit hard, and you know, we've just been on the edge of the fast 6, but then to break in the fast 6 and then compete for pole there. You know, congrats to Pato, fantastic job by him and his guys. My Odyssey battery Chevy was pretty decent. It's their first go on the car this weekend, so excited to be on the front row for them, not far from their headquarters.
And tomorrow, what are you looking at? What have you learned so far? How are you on the reds? How are you on the black? What do you think?
Oh, I think we're going to be you know, okay on both. We've really tried to be a bit 50-50 on the reds and the blacks, and you know, have some sort of race balance. I feel good on old tyres, which is a good thing. Obviously didn't get pole on the old tyres, but at the end of the day, we're right there, and I think if we have decent tyre deck, we'll be okay. But it's going to be, as always, it's big to qualify out the front here, and that's that first step. We've just got to make sure we have a good first stint and get on with it.
Yeah, always helps to have good track position, and Scott McLaughlin has that, starting 2nd tomorrow here at Mid-Ohio.
9 pole winners in 9 races. You don't care about that, though. You're going to lead the field tomorrow. So tight. How did you get it done?
Yeah, it's a good session for us, man. I couldn't get the lap together in all 2 sections. I got it done in the 3rd time, but yeah, the car's been great. We didn't really roll off the best, but we've made some really good changes overnight. We got her in the window, and I've been able to extract what it has.
How critical is pole at this racetrack?
It's huge, man. It's a track position race. The best position that we've had here starting, I think, is like 18th. So first is definitely a lot better than that.
All right, I think we got something for you. Do we walk over here and present the NTT P1 award to you? Go over here. Let's get ready to enjoy this. One last question for you as we get you set to pose for pictures. What kind of race car do you have? What do you have tomorrow to take a big step in this championship with some adversity for some other contenders?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long race. It's a long race. A lot can happen, but we're in a great starting position. We have the best view into turn 1, and we're going to be giving it hell tomorrow.
Congratulations. Well done for Aero McLaren SP. They get both of their drivers starting up near the front. The pole sitter, Pato O'Ward. Dylan.